what
Yeah.
is that? Both of them in the backseat, they were sleeping. I was asleep. What happened? I just want to scream Taylor Swift lyrics. Oh no, that's awful. I haven't finished. I'm impressed by myself. I am mad at me right now. Happy birthday, Taylor Swift.
Are you ready for it? Once upon a time, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me. Je suis calm! If a man talks shit, then I owe him nothing but the patriarchy. Sorry, was I loud? In my own house that I bought with the songs that I wrote about my own life.
My obsession with Taylor Swift. Shall we talk about it? Yes, we shall.
Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Shall We Talk About It? And today we're going to talk about my obsession with Taylor Swift. And because, well, it's always more fun with someone else, I asked my friend Sofiane to be here again.
Hi, I'm back.
Yes, and so, well, for this episode, it's going to be a bit the same as the one on Downton Abbey. He's going to ask me some questions about Taylor Swift. I mean,
Yes.
I think you have seen like the little
Background museum there is like behind you.
So yeah, because it's this episode. I mean, it's supposed to come out on the 13th of December because it's Taylor Swift's birthday.
Happy birthday.
And actually, it's gonna be her 33 birthday.
Oh my god.
So I think it's quite cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, let's start.
Yeah. So, shall we talk about it? Taylor Swift. Let's go. So my first question is, why there had to be an episode of Shall We Talk About It about Taylor Swift? Like, why? Explain yourself.
At first, I just wanted to call it, Taylor Swift, but I think my obsession with Taylor Swift is a bit more appropriate than just...
Okay.
Why? Because, well, I have probably maybe 3 obsessions in my life, like Downton Abbey,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, and Harry Potter. So
Okay.
I had to talk about Taylor Swift at a moment.
Which one happened first? Taylor Swift or Harry Potter?
Harry Potter first,
Okay.
because that is
That
since I was
really
like
a
what?
child.
Yes, 6.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was 10 years ago.
So that's my second question.
But the one is just, it's
Yeah.
literally, I'm not going to say I only listen to Taylor Swift, but like 90% of the time,
Wow.
I listen to Taylor Swift.
Okay, wow. You're going to share your Spotify, like, best
You know what?
100
I'm not
songs.
sure that this is really accurate because sometimes I like to like see what Apple Music would play when
Oh,
I
yeah.
listen, to Apple Music and not Spotify. But
Mhm.
like sometimes I like to see like in the middle of the year just how much I've listened to something.
Okay.
And just I wanted to know how much I've listened to Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So I went there maybe like a month after the album came out. And when I just went to see my like replay, it hasn't changed that much. And I thought, but I know I have listened more than that. So I don't know if it's
that's not
completely
really
accurate.
yeah.
But
Maybe not.
she is my top artist.
Okay.
That
Okay.
is,
Yeah, we had to
was
talk about her.
shocking, but
For sure. So, can you tell us about your beginning as a Taylor Swift listener? Like, how did you discover Taylor Swift? Do you remember the first Taylor Swift song you listened to? Or the one that started it all? Like, the beginning. Tell us about it.
it was so around 10 years ago. We were still in middle school, maybe
Yeah.
the last year of middle school, the year
Okay.
before that. I can't remember exactly. But I know it was. We were going to visit. I can't remember what it was. With school, they were on the bus, and a part of me think, but that would be really, really, not really pretty. But I think it was when we went to go to the concentration
Oh,
camp,
yeah. Okay, not fun.
I don't know why, because I try to remember what sort of like visit you can do in school around that time, and I remember that
It
one.
must have been.
So it was on the bus, and maybe it's this one. So it's not like the
Okay.
jolliest place to be, but I had 2 friends who were listening to Taylor Swift. I asked, what they were listening to, And I said Taylor Swift, and I didn't know who she was. And just so you know, in France, she's maybe now she's got more popular, but back then she wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Country is not a type of music that
Which year was it? So 2012.
2012. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just it's not really popular because country was not something very popular in France.
Of course. No.
And so I didn't know who she was, and at first I thought it was another like Disney Channel artist because I was watching Disney Channel, and at the same time I discovered like Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez because friends made me listen to them, and they said no, and so okay, and so you have to listen, like it's so good. And I remember I came home and I listened to I just went on YouTube and researched about Taylor Swift, and I can't remember exactly which one. I think the first one I listened to was Today Was a Fairy Tale, which actually was a song for the movie Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Then really quickly, I'm sure I've listened to Love Story. But the song that really got me to say, okay, I love it, was You Belong With Me with the music video. This, with the music video, it's like, oh my god, I love it. I don't know how many times I've watched this music video. I love the song. I love all of it. Yeah. For sure, yeah. And so, and then actually, I don't know if We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together was already out, but I know that it was already out, or it was shortly after that, because in 2012, it's when the album Red came out. So it's the first album I bought. Okay. And I asked it actually for Christmas that year. Okay. And funny thing, I said to my sister, I want this, Red. Taylor Swift's like, okay. And she said to my mom, you have to buy this. So she has written Red. Taylor Swift. Okay. On the cover, you have the face of a girl with red lips, And when I opened it at Christmas, my mom was like, it was really difficult because the face of a girl, and my brother was like, well, the face, you see red lips. Because the face is in the shadow. But that's the first Taylor Swift album I bought, and it's really, I became a Swiftie with the Red era. Okay, and so
but it was, you started listening to it before
Red.
Yeah. Which album was it? You Belong With Me? It was...
That was Fearless. And actually, and all the others was actually Fearless too. And I think that's the first album I listened to, like, as a whole. Then I must have listened to So Speak Now and Debut, which called Taylor Swift. And I loved it. Like, it's funny how now, and there are songs that I loved absolutely. Now it's not that I don't love them anymore, but I like them less than others. Yeah. But there are some that I still love as much as,
So you became a Swiftie on Christmas 2012, was it?
Yeah, or around that. Yeah, when I listened to Red, really was around that. So it's 10 years.
You were literally like 15.
Yes, but that was cool because she has songs with age on the in the lyrics, and I think the one of the youngest, she had like 6 and not 7 and 9, but like one of the youngest age that she has is 15 with her song 15. So I was really happy to discover when I was 15, and so having the song 15, and then you have all the like. When we all turned 22, we could listen to 22, so that was quite cool.
Yeah. When you think about that, you grew up with her, and
At the end,
it makes sense totally. When you were 15, like You Belong With Me, and all these songs were really like teenagey kind of. True. 15 in Fearless, right?
Yes.
So you grew up with her, and the more mature she became, well, it was really so cool. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was that specific moment when you told yourself, "Oh, I'm totally a Swiftie." Like was there a moment like that?
I didn't know there was a name for it. So I just loved Taylor Swift. Yeah. But really, after Red, Red was actually my favorite album of the fall that she had at that moment, and I really was like, okay, I love it, because Red was already a mixture between country and pop. It was a beginning of like her.
So just to say, the first album was Taylor Swift, right?
We call it
and
debut,
then, Okay, debut album. And then there is Fearless, and then Speak Now,
and then
Red, and then 1989,
and
which
that was
really took a big part in your life as well.
That was really fun because we were in high school, and I loved it because I enjoyed it with my friends.
We
and so-
literally danced to it like two
Yeah,
or three
but
times.
true.
Like Shake It Off was our background.
No, but I remember
Oh my
because when it came out, with my best friend Catherine, she didn't really know Taylor Swift, but she know like White Horse, really
Yeah.
like big singles, and because
Yeah.
also White Horse was in Grey's Anatomy in an episode,
Okay.
and we talked about it, and when 1999 came out, we listened to it together, so we could, we knew
Yeah.
what you were talking about, because it was, I think it's one of the, it was really her breakthrough. I'm not gonna say worldwide, but like in France, because
Yeah.
it was pop.
It was a big album, like
Yeah.
a freaking big album. And at the time, I remember we weren't like that close, you and I. But I remember in high school, you were talking about the music video Bad Blood when it came out. You were talking about it with Catherine. We were waiting outside the classroom, and I was listening to your conversation. And you were like amazed by the cast of the music video.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm curious. And when I came home that day, I watched the music
Really?
video, and that was mind blowing to
Yeah.
me. Like it was like a freaking movie.
No, but her
That-
music
that was
videos are
insane.
just
Yeah. So 1989 was really like a big one.
I can't remember when. I think it came out in 2014.
Okay.
So
We were 17, kind of.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then so let's just go through the era, like
Okay.
and the part they played in your life,
Okay.
maybe. So after that, there was Reputation. I personally don't have like specific memory about Reputation and you, or was it like was it a difficult moment when we weren't friends anymore? Was it that moment?
Reputation came out in 2016, I think. Well, I'm
So,
so
yeah, it
bad
was-
with dates. I
yeah,
think it was
it wa-
2016.
It was a complicated moment then. No?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's why I don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reputation was something really strange because
Yeah.
I think
It was kind of dark, no? Like when I think about it,
it's
kind
weird
of a dark
because the
moment.
aesthetic of it is really dark, because it came out and she wrote it because
Yeah.
there were a lot of dark things happening to her,
Mm.
but the album has a lot of really beautiful love songs on it, but like a lot of you see that there's a lot of anxiety in it. I think it's a really gorgeous album. The
Yes,
song called
true.
Gorgeous Name. I remember that I got Instagram pretty late. I think it was last year of high school, something like that. Because a friend says you have to get Instagram.
Yeah, that was the same for me. Elise, right?
But, yeah.
We were talking about it like in the library, wasn't it? Do you remember?
Yeah, probably.
I do
And so we
remember.
got Instagram, and I think at that moment Tara was, I can't remember the dates now. But Tara was, for a year nobody heard
Saw
about her, saw
yeah,
her
oh,
anything.
yeah.
And I can't remember because I know that I don't remember if it was for a year that she just deleted everything on her Instagram, or she was before saying something new. But I know I followed her because then you like follow people, and like who do you want to follow? Taylor Swift, even if you haven't seen her. And I remember scrolling through Instagram like you do. Well, now I don't do it anymore. Actually, I think I follow too many people. I'm like so lazy to scroll down. But at the time, I didn't follow that much, and I think it was like a video of a snake that was her comeback.
Oh my god.
And I can't remember exactly, but I knew I was just, like, you go and you're like, what
Yeah.
is that? And you're like, Taylor Swift, like, excuse me, what? And yeah, I remember when Look What You Made Me Do came out, and I was like, oh
Yeah. that
my
was
god.
amazing.
Like, no, it was not the first. You had the lyric video, I think, before the music video, because the music video, it was I think it was an event. I don't know which one. It was not the Grammys. It was the American Music Award. I don't know which one of these, because there's too many.
Yeah.
But that's the moment she first post out the music video. She first show it,
Wow.
and I remember just the lyrics. I was like, oh my god. And at first, it was really a change. Like the style, it was changed.
True. That was the moment when you said the old Taylor can't
That
say,
I was like,
because she's dead.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
that
But just the
literally
beginning,
was
of the how, like, you see there was like she was
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she, I don't know how to say, no, régler ses comptes. How do you say that? She had to, like, she had stuff to deal with,
Yeah,
and she
like,
really wanted,
I'm
like,
gonna deal with the problems, like,
C'est ça.
and
C'est
say
ça,
it.
exactly, yeah.
Like, say what I have
Sorry
to
for
say.
the mixed French English here. No, and I remember that at first I was like, do I like it or not? But I love the pre-chorus. I think it's part of the chorus. But I love like the sound. Like, oh my god, it's great.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
And then the old Taylor can come to your phone right now. Why? Because she's good. I was like,
yeah.
And then the music video, guys, like. There was so many, like, oh my god. And
well,
then,
the music video is the Taylor Swift thing. Like, she is, like...
That one, when
no
you have...
one does it like her.
When you have all her eras and she tries to, like, kill them in a way to say, I'm not that... I mean, oh my god, that was something.
Yeah.
And this album, I remember when So it came out and I listened to it. And at first I was like, I like it. And I have this thing sometimes when you listen, first time to an album, you always have those songs that just immediately be like, I like them. And sometimes I have the thing that I will listen only to those ones, and then you're like, what? You can't remember what the other sounds like. And so sometimes like, no, you're going to listen to it all over again, like, oh, actually the whole album is like,
it's something.
It's amazing. And I think I even appreciate it even more now where I was growing up, even more than at the time. And I just love this album. Like, I think it's one of the albums.
Very like central album in her career.
It's a big change, and I just I love like the whole. Well, I love that you have an aesthetic different for each album, but this one I have to say I really love it.
Yeah.
And the tour looked amazing. Like I've seen so on Netflix, the stadium tour. And I wish she went to France, but she didn't. So just hoping that she would come, But it sounds just amazing, and
Okay, so the next one was Lover.
Lover.
So it's really beautiful because the career is like I'm beginning, like I'm doing me and the style I want to do, and then I have some problems, and then there is Reputation that I'm gonna take my problems by hand and like. Do like what I have to do, and then there's Lover. Like I'm only love, and I want to be like colorful.
Lover, I think, it's not appreciated as much as it should. It should. I this album, I just love when I think people don't appreciate it as much because they do not really like the first single. Mm-hmm. But I think it was a nice nice transition from Reputation to Lover, and I absolutely love this album. It's one of my favorites. Like, it's the vibe of it, and I love it because there are beautiful love songs, but there are some really heartbreaking songs in this album. But the whole vibe, and I don't know, she felt so at peace a bit, like when she made it. Like when you
after
see
Reputation, it was a new beginning.
Yeah,
like,
when you see like the documentary like Miss Americana, you have the beginning of her making this new album, and she felt so happy making it, and finally she was happy. She was in a healthy relationship. Like there was so many things that just I love this album, and I'm so sad that COVID happened because she was supposed to do Loverfest and lots of like festivals and stuff, and it would have been cool and great. And well, I think it was not just COVID. I think where her mother, she had cancer, and I think she had cancer again, and so she stopped everything. But this album was just so beautiful, and I absolutely love it. I love that album.
I do.
I remember us listening to it in the car when we came back from Europa Park in 2019, the last time we went.
Oh my god.
So you, Catherine, and Alex, and me. It was when we came home, I think. It was dark, and Catherine was driving. She said, put something, to like...
cheer us
up.
up.
And I think, I said, put that new Taylor Swift album. It was good. And because she listened to it, because I think she has to because of me. And
I remember.
Because you fell asleep. Because we were literally singing as you can when the album I think just came up. But we were singing, and we were like, okay, there's no one saying anything, and we just and both of them in the backseat they were sleeping.
I was tired. Okay. Then we have Folklore and Evermore. They're together, right? They go
This-
together.
I remember. I think I remember. I was on my in my bed and I was like, just woke up and I watched my emails. I think it was like that, and then I have an email like, "Hi, from Taylor Nation, like the official thing, saying, hi, new album coming out tomorrow."
Oh my god.
And at first I
Was
didn't.
it how it happened?
I think
Like,
that's
it
how it
wasn't
happened.
like- Okay.
I think, or maybe it was tomorrow and today, but it was something like that. And I have the first single coming out now with a music video. You will have that, and
Wow.
then the album. I was like, excuse me, what? And yeah, it was in the
Crazy.
summer of 2020, if I'm not wrong. I'm so sorry, dates and me. Like people can know exactly when the album came out. I'm like,
Wow, yeah.
because well, I know dates, but that I can't remember. I don't know why. But yeah, and that was something, and I remember really listening to it. I think my brother was supposed to come, and so we had to like clean the whole house because when my brother comes with his family,
you
we like
listened.
no the big clean. So I listened to it while cleaning.
Yeah.
I remember I was cleaning a carpet,
Yeah.
and I was literally like on my knees, like really, I was listening to it. I have the image like that, and
Cinderella who?
very bejeweled theme.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I remember, and I was just like, I loved it because, again, another style, but it was different, but so great. Like, I love it because now it depends on my mood. There are songs I want to listen when I'm really happy, when I need something new to, when you have to get up in the morning and stuff. And then you have songs that just, like a nice ballad, or like, like...
Yeah, a nice walk in the forest.
And
when it's like... Yeah, it's really specific. Folklore and Evermore are really specific.
Oh my god, Evermore, like, I didn't believe it. Like, again, I had a mail. I can't remember if it was, because I always watch my mail. It's the last thing I do usually before going to sleep. Or it's one of the first things I do when I wake up. So I can't remember when, but I just remember, so it was in the autumn. No, it was in December that December or November, now I can't remember, but it was around the time that Evermore came out.
Okay.
And...
I think December 2020.
Yeah,
and
I think she
January 2021, I started working again with you, and we worked together. And then we were waiting for who? Woodvale. We were robbed.
I think it came out on her birthday because she was turning 31.
Yeah.
And she said that because it's the opposite of 13, she was like, 31, 30. Something like that. But I remember when I had the mail, I was like, oh, tomorrow, new album. I was like, wait, excuse me, I haven't still processed like Folklore. You can't just give me that, And I love it, and I'm so sad that Evermore didn't get the recognition deserved by Taylor Swift herself, because this album is really, like right now, because we're in December, I love to listen to the album. It's very autumn, Christmas, winter, like this. I love this album. Sometimes I even think I love even more than Folklore, so I love the vibe.
Yeah, and then we were waiting for Woodvale. Do you want to talk about it?
Some people said that the third color, so the blue one, was actually for Midnight. Because one day in an interview, she said, can I hint something 3 years in advance? And we're like, oh my god, what if she had planned Midnight, but I don't know, she's a mastermind.
I love it. And then Midnight.
Okay, so we don't do the re-recordings. Technically some eras, but it's like,
Okay, we can do.
It's
I
because-
didn't write them down, so I don't know the order. I can trust you on that.
But
Let's
it's just,
go.
I remember, so you
Yeah,
just
it's true.
had
It played.
Folklore. 6 months later, you have Evermore. So like, okay. And then, not even, 6 months later, she's, oh, okay, Fierce is Taylor's version is going to come out. Like, what?
Yeah.
And I was so excited because it was, I think, the first album that I listened to, and I really loved it when I was young. So I was really excited to hear her songs that she made when she was young, but with her mature voice.
Okay, so maybe before talking about the re-recording, do you want to say a few words about why she re-recorded them?
Well, I think everybody knows that.
Really?
Well, the thing is, just to make a long story short, because I don't know everything.
No, let's not give details.
Yeah.
But basically.
Her I think it all started because one day she wanted to because she received Artist of the Year or of the Decade or something like that. I can't
Yeah.
remember. She wanted to do like a mashup of her songs, and they say that she couldn't do that. I don't know why. I think it was something like that. But in the end, the thing is,
because the label had the
label
rights,
had the song, and
she
they wanted
didn't own her own song.
Yeah,
right?
because they wanted to sell then her songs to another person or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That was really messed
Because I
up.
don't know the whole thing about music and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's-
But she wanted to buy them because it's her songs and
Yeah.
didn't want it to. So they went to sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
So she didn't own her own music. And technically, it's the thing that it's the producers and so the label that owns their work, because that's how it is. It's one of the authors. It's a bit like in movies, you have different authors, and the producer also owns a part of the movie. It's a bit complicated, but in a way, then she didn't own her own work.
Yeah,
And the thing
that's
that
so
was
sad.
awful, I think, for any artist, but especially for someone like her, is that she has written every song that she ever had, like she ever performed.
She is a real musician.
She has co-wrote a lot of songs, but like Speak Now is an album that she has written it by herself, only her.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to have everything back, and so she decided to re-record. She said, I recorded
It's the
them
most
once.
Taylor Swift thing she could have done.
You know what? We have found there's a tweet from Kelly Clarkson around the time of this scandal that said, why don't you just re-record all your old songs and put new things in them so that your fans will have your old songs.
Yeah.
And new
the
things.
now version as well, because she's not the same as 10 years.
Yeah, and
before.
So that's what has happened. And so she has. She even says, I recorded them once before. I can do it again.
Of course.
So she recorded them, and she decided to also put out what she called the From the Vault songs, which is songs that she wanted to be on the album, but they said no because you can't do an album with 30 songs on them. And I said, fuck, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And so
and they were hits all over again.
Yeah.
Let's say that.
Mr. Perfectly Fine.
Oh
How
my
could
God.
she have kept that from us for more than 10 years?
Yeah.
How?
So yeah, that's when she started re-recording her album. So she started with Fearless.
Yeah. And
that
then
was-
she did Red.
Oh my god.
But that was crazy because we all thought we were going to have 1899.
1989.
Oh my god. I'm gonna...
It's okay.
We all thought it was going to be 1989 because for Fearless, we already knew that she let Ryan Reynolds use Love Story, Taylor's version, for, I think it was an advertisement, something like that.
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, then we have gonna have Fearless, Taylor's version. And then we knew that Wildest Dreams
We're in
was in the movie. And we thought, okay, so 1989. And she put so many clues about it, like, okay, where is it? And then she announces Red, Taylor's version. Like, what?
Yeah.
And from the moment she announced it and the moment it was supposed to come out, it was so long, like so many months. We're like, this is weird. So there's having a lot of speculation saying that maybe she wanted to do 1989, but she's still there's still
A
problem with
With-
Shake It Off. Like
okay.
she's still, someone is suing her for that, and it still is not
I
like
see.
resolved
Okay,
right
okay.
now. So yeah,
Maybe not the right time. Yeah.
but I was so excited for it because
Oh my god.
we've been waiting for our
10
10-minute
minutes.
version.
A 10-minute song, like, and the let's say the movie, not the music
No,
video.
it's a short movie.
The
It's-
movie was absolutely insane.
Some people say that it might get nominated for an Oscar,
Oh my
and
god.
I wish it could, because
Oh my god, that
I
would
still
be
think she
iconic.
was robbed from her Oscar for her song Beautiful Ghost for the movie Cats. The movie was
Oh,
a
yeah.
disaster,
Yeah.
and because the movie was a disaster, they decided to
Not
not
to, yeah.
nominate her, but
Mm.
the song is a masterpiece,
Yes.
and I am so I wish she could be nominated for, just because I want her to have an Oscar, because I think she deserves it, and
Totally.
not just her, like Dylan O'Brien and Sadie Sink are just
Yes,
incredible in
they are
it.
perfect.
Everything, I'm like, oh, she just
Yes.
this song. I mean, it's just, yeah. But apparently, someone said that technically it was 25 minutes. The song, we're like, excuse me, when we're going?
25?
Someone said that the
Oh
that-
my god, how is that possible?
because she just started like singing stuff with her guitar. Someone recorded that, and that has led to All Too Well. But apparently, when she really wrote the song, it was 10 minutes and it cut short
Oh
to
my
like 5
God.
minutes. But apparently, the first recording they had was like 25 minutes. So I don't know if it's really true. I don't know. Yeah, apparently.
Wow. Okay.
But Red, I was so happy because
Of
that
course,
was the
yeah.
album that made me.
Yeah,
a Swiftie.
that's when everything started.
And I mean,
So
the vault songs, I can't.
there are
believe-
many. There are like
There's-
6 or like. something
Yeah,
like
there's 30 songs as a global on
Wow.
Red.
That's a
And
big
then one
album.
thing, usually with Taylor, I think when she has like deluxe album, you know, like when you have added songs on another version, those songs are sometimes the best of the album. So like, why don't you put it on it as well, you know?
Yes.
So yeah, but I was really happy to have Red.
So how many re-recording? So that was the last re-recording she
Yeah.
did, Red.
And we think that the next one should be Speak Now, because she said when the Bejeweled music video came out, she said that there was a lot of Easter eggs in it, and all the Easter eggs points out to Speak Now.
Okay. So there is Speak Now left, and then Taylor Swift, and then 1989,
and Reputation.
and Lover was hers.
Lover
already.
was Lover was the first album that was hers. Yeah,
Okay, so very excited for those.
yeah.
And then there was Midnight.
She
Don't cry. Don't cry.
First, it's always complicated because she announced things like at midnight.
Last minute.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
minute or in the middle of the night for us when
Oh,
you're like
yeah.
European and you drives you nuts. Like you literally wake up and you see like, because Taylor was at the MTV music? I can't even remember which one, but
Yeah.
when she announced Midnight, like her dress, her Midnight's era as like outfits,
Wow,
I'm
yeah.
like, this is like the best thing ever. And she's like, oh hey, I just wanted to say to you that my album is Midnight is coming on October 21st. And you wake up, you're like, what happened? I was asleep, what happened? And yeah, that was crazy. And I like the idea of the album that it was about 13 sleepless nights. And then she said that it was so a new album, that there was no songs that she had maybe for her first album or the second one. She has written those songs for this album, but they are reflections from things that happens to her in the past. Like if you know her different relationships, you have songs that can work for different albums because they speak about that time. And I mean, you have Midnight, and then she said, oh, at like 3 a.m. you're gonna have like a chaotic surprise, which is good. Like 3 a.m. for us in France, it's 9 a.m. So
what was it? What was it exactly?
It was the bonus songs.
Oh yeah,
bonus songs.
And then there is a tour announcement as well. So
Yeah. Oh my God. I stayed like on live was it Good Morning America or something like that to see her. I stayed for an hour. I don't know, just to see her for 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
Saying about tour international tour in America, but only in the United States, I think, and
For
we
now,
are way for
but
now.
she's gonna come
But
to
there were
Europe.
troubles with
Oh.
Ticketmaster, and fans are suing Ticketmaster actually because of
my
the
God.
trouble. Yeah, so I don't know, but we wish. I mean, you can't have a song called
Name
Paris
and not
and
come to
not
Paris.
go to Paris. Like, please. I mean, Ed Sheeran went to the Stade de France and said it was his favorite dates, like in Paris. He said it was one of his favorites. So Taylor, please come.
If she comes, you're gonna vlog, right?
Maybe I don't
Tell
know.
us, Emma.
I just want to see her live.
Yeah,
I almost
I get
did
it.
the Reds tour. Went to Cologne in Germany.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 3 or 4 hours from where
Right,
I
yeah.
live, and my sister after was like, "Well, it's not that far. I can come with you if you want." It's like, oh my God!
Yeah.
But it was the weekend between our big exams at the end of high school.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to kill high school. I
That
want to
was
die
not-
right now
that
because I
wasn't
almost
the
could
right
have
moment.
seen
Yeah,
Taylor, and I'm waiting for it.
it's okay.
So I hope
You're
can.
gonna be so happy when you'll
If
be at
I-
her concert. Yeah, you will, of course.
You're coming with me.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, of course.
I just want to scream Taylor Swift lyrics, but like not just me alone in my
Yeah,
car
I
or in
get
my
it.
bedroom. Like
Yeah.
I want to scream it in the concert. Yeah.
Okay, so we did all the eras.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Do you have a favorite one?
obviously I have a soft spot for Red because that's when I really became a Swiftie, and I like the vibe of Red. It's very autumny, and that's my favorite seasons, like winter and fall. So yeah, but it changes all the time. But
Really?
Lover is also really dear to me because the songs are just I don't know, I just love Lover, and because I think it was a moment in my life that we were like really carefree, happy, was before the pandemic or that. Yeah, I do love Reputation as well. But
Yeah, I get it. I get why it's really difficult to choose because every album is unique.
Yeah.
And is a different style. And for one artist to make all of it happen is really crazy. She's crazy talented. And it's also crazy that you actually love every style of every album because there is an evolution here. You can see it and it's not over.
I just can't wait for all the re-recordings, but especially debut recordings because a lot of people are sleeping on this album because it was a long time ago, and there are songs it's quite weird sometimes to listen to them because she has her really like baby voice. But there's songs that I adore that I think are just so sweet, and listening to that with her voice that she has now, how much she was
that will be really emotional.
I mean, Teardrops on My Guitar was also one of my favorite songs when I was like 15. And I can't wait to listen to that.
So cute. Okay.
Oh my god. But people think that it's going to be her last recording because its debut, it's called Taylor Swift. So he said she would finally like own her own name, something like that. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Yeah.
Oh my god. I love that.
But people say that she has to do all her recording for the tour, but the tour starts like in March or April, I think. So
that's not possible, guys. Let's calm down. Okay, so it's really difficult to choose. I get it.
Yeah.
But do you have a favorite music video? Because those are crazy.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Taylor Swift music
videos
videos are
we would
crazy.
not going to count All Too Well because it doesn't count. I think All Too Well is it's a short film. It's 10 minutes. You can't count that. So
okay,
I'm just going to. Obviously, I have to say I want to say more than one because I think now you know I can make a choice to save my life. I have to say You Belong With Me because this is a classic. You Belong With Me, the music video is a classic. I have to say it.
It's really
and so many people didn't know that she plays the two characters, the blonde one and the brunette one. Some people didn't know that she was the same. Like she was.
What?
Yeah.
But that's obvious.
Yeah, but some people were like, oh my god, she was like, yeah, but she
Okay, why not?
Anyway, it's funny because in it you have Lucas Till that people maybe know because he was in the movie Hannah Montana, but he plays the new version of MacGyver, like he played that. And the first time I watched MacGyver, because I think my brother was watching it, my mom watched it, my brother, so we watched it all together. I thought, I know this guy, I don't know from where. And people always say no about Hannah Montana, but I haven't watched the movie, so it can't be that. And then I saw a gif of, You Belong With Me, with the when you write, I was like, oh my god, it's him!
Eureka.
Yeah. But oh my god, music
But
video.
can you imagine if she brings him back for another music video for You Belong With
that. Can we have You Belong With Me again? It would be so fun to have him back. Yeah. Oh my god, it would be so fun. Yeah. Oh, that could be so cool. That could be actually really cool.
So that's your favorite?
It's one of my favorite, I have to say. But oh my god, I really like Anti-Hero, I have to say. But oh my god,
that's not one of my favorite. I have to say.
I'm okay. I'm thinking because it's so much different vibes. I can't. I don't know. I really liked Out of the Woods.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites.
Out of the Woods.
Genius.
Out of the Woods and Blank Space.
Freaking amazing.
With 1999 for music videos was like
something.
I think Out of the Woods and Blank Space.
Yeah.
What do you have as music video and Reputation? I'm just thinking everything in my head. Yeah, no. I like the Me music video, even if people don't like the
what?
song. Me.
Ah, yeah. Okay. I do like it too.
The man was interesting. The fact that she was The Man.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Man.
I
But
forgot
I
about
really,
that.
you know what? I really love Cardigan and Willow. I
Yeah,
think those two.
yeah.
So I just said like almost
And
all.
more
of this.
recently, let's say Bejeweled.
Yeah, Biju was. Yeah, but I think I preferred Anti-Hero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't make a choice.
So.
I bet You Think About Me was crazy too.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
it's not my favorite song, so maybe that's not why I think about it, but the music video with the dresses.
I actually love how she has fun on her music videos and the way she plays and acts. She can act. The girl can act. Really, she's an actress. I love that. And it always tells a beautiful story. It's just amazing. It's not a music video just to, have a video on the music, It's really, there is sense in it, and I love it. Okay, so now you'll have to choose your favorite song of each album.
Just one?
Yeah. One song on each album.
You
Every
want to-
album. So
you
let's
want- you
start
want
with
to
the
kill-
first
You
album.
want to kill me?
Taylor Swift.
I can't choose just one.
Come on.
Oh my god. Oh. Oh no, that's awful. Even when people make top 3, I can't choose one. And then you have to choose just one.
Well,
No.
today is the day you have to make a choice.
Oh my god, there is so many I love. I hate you. Oh my god, debut. There's so many. Teardrops on My Guitar was one of my favorites, and Picture the Bird, and Should Have Said No. And I'm going to say that, so just people know that. But I want to say Mary's song, Oh My My My.
Okay.
It's not very famous,
Okay.
but I think it's a song.
I'm gonna listen to it.
I think it's
don't
about
I've ever listened to
her neighbors or friends of her parents, but it literally is a story about a life of a boy and a girl that met when they was a kid, like really young kids, and ended up getting married and live their life together, but like from, I don't know, 7, 9 to 90, and I love this song. Okay, so Fearless.
So this one, and then Fearless.
Yeah, but
let's do the re-recording.
Okay, but the issue is, if I only have to choose one, it's with the Vault songs. I can't put like one and one from the Vault songs. It's just one from.
One of the whole album.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
you have to choose.
No.
Yeah, you
No. Because the Vault songs are all so great. And I love the Vault songs in this album. Well, I love all the Vault songs, but like I love That's When. I love Fearless, which is so good, and You Belong With Me, and The Other Side of the Door, and
Mr. Perfectly Fine.
yeah, and oh my god, I don't know, and Love Story, obviously, it's like, classic.
If there was one song you could, you have to choose one song to listen to for the rest of your life.
It's difficult.
From this album.
It's either You Belong With Me or The Way I Loved You.
Okay, let's keep the two then.
But it's so hard. Oh, I hate it. I need to do like a special episode on just my. I can't. I don't even think I'm capable of like ranking the songs.
Yeah, I understand.
So if I can't even pick 5 favorites, I think, but I should do like a special episode only on Taylor Swift songs. You tell me if you're interested.
So speak now.
Okay, Enchanted.
Okay. Red.
Oh, that's the hardest one.
Yes.
That's
a big one.
Oh my god, it's so hard because her duet in this album is just so great. It's like the last time everything has changed. That's how I discovered Ed Sheeran. Her duet with Phoebe Bridgers on Nothing New. I love this song. Oh my god, this is so good. Like, Message in the Bottle, The Very First Night, Babe. Better Man. I'm gonna say the whole album. No, it's so hard because the moment I knew Come Back Be Here, one of my favorite songs. Well, let's just say auto a 10-minute version because it exists.
Yeah, you have to.
And alright, Come Back Be Here. Okay, I'm
okay. 1989.
I would say You Are in Love or Wonderland.
Okay.
I think. I don't know.
Reputation.
Oh my god. New Year's Day.
Lover.
I try to not think too much. Oh my god,
Yeah,
Lover.
You have to go like quickly.
Lover.
Not think too much.
Okay, Lover. I hesitate between like all the album. Okay. Oh my god, because Lover is complicated because there are songs that are really great, but even better in the live version that she did in Paris.
No.
Like Cornelia Street, the live version is even better. But Cornelia Street, Daylight, and then the one I really like can't choose of, it's Cruel Summer or Death by a Thousand Cuts. So
Okay, let's.
oh no, this
Those
one.
two. And then folklore.
Um,
Oh.
it's difficult because you have the love triangle, you know, between Betty, August, and Cardigan. But I would say Exile because I have to choose. Like
Evermore.
that's even harder.
Sorry.
Evermore, Right Where You Left Me.
Okay.
Midnight.
And then
yay.
midnight.
Okay. Oh, it's so hard. I would say You're on Your Own, Kid. Or Dear Reader, or The Great War, or Would
Let's take it for okay. Perfect. Now, do you have an all-time favorite song? Like really one Taylor Swift song that you could listen to for the rest of your life and be content.
I think it changes from time to time.
Yeah, from the season.
And the
then
season and the age, like when I was
Yeah.
until I think I was like 19, like 18, 19, it would be You Belong With Me, which is one of my all-time favorite. Then
It's okay if you can't like answer. I know it's a
I
really
think,
hard question.
like when
Like, I
I
wouldn't be
put
able
my
to.
Taylor Swift like playlist on shuffle,
Mhm.
which I do a lot. Sometimes I have songs that I skip because I'm not in the mood to listen to
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
I know.
songs that I never skip, like ever, are Cruel Summer,
Mm-hmm.
Death by a Thousand Cuts. Now it's also a 10-minute version and things like The Way I Loved You. It's usually songs that I like to scream the lyrics.
Okay, so
Like
we have
I'm-
kind of a top 4.
Yeah, but now if you add Midnight, there's
top 10.
yeah, top can't even like it changes all the
Yeah,
time
okay,
because my mood. But
I
there's
understand. Okay. Next question. If you could listen to an album for the first time again, for the very first time, like sit on a chair, a good like audio, and rediscover for the first time an album and all the emotion that goes with it, which one would you want to rediscover? Don't know if you really make sense.
Yeah, I think as a whole, I would like to discover the first albums I haven't discovered when it was out.
Oh.
So, you know, and I like the re-recordings
Okay.
because it's kind of a way to rediscover her songs, you know, like the debut, and Speak Now, and Fearless because I didn't discover it, you know, back then. But if I would, oh my god, I quite remember Folklore, Evermore, and I remember Evermore when it came out. We had to go working, and I was listening to it on the car, and because I say I can't just, you know, I had to, and then when I was talking to you, I was like, at the break, I need to continue because yeah, it's 6 a.m. for us if it's midnight for them, so rediscover one for the first time. Maybe. Well, it depends. Like, do I rediscover it now or like
Yeah,
when
now,
it
as
now?
you
Okay,
now.
okay.
But
So
like
maybe
you never listened to it ever, you don't know it, like you just
Maybe-
rediscover it from beginning to end.
maybe Reputation
Okay.
because of all. I think it's because I would appreciate maybe more now because I'm more mature than
Okay.
like
Okay.
it was only like 6 years ago, but maybe Reputation.
Okay.
Or Evermore at home because I was, you know, not as much because I was in the car.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, do you have like when an album come out, a new album? Do you have like something you do specifically?
If
do
I
you
can.
listen to it? Yeah, if you can.
If I can, I get up when you come out.
Yeah.
So if it's
6
like
a.m. That's
6 a.m.
dedication.
Like it's what I did.
That is being a Swiftie.
It's what I did for midnight. I
Okay.
like my alarm like 5 minutes before to be like
Wow,
ready
yeah.
in my bed with my AirPods so I can have really good music.
Yeah.
And what I like is to listen to in order from the first to the last song, and read the lyrics at the same time. And thanks to
Wow.
Apple Music, you have
From
the
the
lyrics.
first
From the
listen,
first
you do
listening,
that.
I like to do that.
Wow.
And then I like to.
never tried to.
Oh yeah,
Read
I
the
did
lyrics.
that, and then I will listen again to again in order,
Yeah.
but without just listening to it.
Okay.
And then after a couple of times, I like to do a shuffle to see if I remember oh, this is this song. Oh, this is this.
Okay.
Because,
She's not kidding. Okay.
So yeah,
Oh.
that's what I like to do.
Well, that's great.
I always like to read.
I'll try
the
to do
lyrics.
that next time.
Especially, I like for any song I like to read the lyrics because I think it's very important. But for terrorists, it's
That's
more
true,
important
yeah.
because it
That's
means
totally
really
true.
something. So
Okay, perfect. So, is there a song you wish had a music video but does not?
like a lot of people, I would say, Cruel Summer, a Getaway Car. Getaway Car could be a movie.
Oh,
Like it
okay.
inspired me actually,
Wow.
a short movie, that and other songs. Taylor Swift that's the issue because she writes literally stories.
That's true.
It inspires me a lot, but now I have like 20 work in progress, are inspired by her songs. So thank you,
Okay.
Taylor, and not
Great. Yeah, she's a wonderful.
But yeah,
source of
Getaway
inspiration.
Car. I think that's
From which album is it?
Reputation.
Oh.
I haven't said that as my favorite song because it could have been. I
Ooh
love that
la
song.
la.
But New Year's Day is just, I don't know.
New Year's Day is from what album?
Reputation as well. It's there's
Well, let's hope for the recording,
maybe because she didn't do not she did nothing for Fearless. No music video for Fearless Taylor's
maybe.
version.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I mean that would be so cool, Mr. Perfectly Fine. If she imagine Mr. Perfectly
Oh
Fine
my
with
God.
Joe Jonas, because it is exactly about him.
Yeah, but
Like,
why would he do that?
because
He's
now,
married and he has
Yeah.
a child.
but because
Why just relieve the past?
because it would be fun just to
And
say,
he's not really well depicted in the song as
no,
well.
but you know that they joked about it because
Really?
Sophie Turner is a Swiftie.
Oh my! I
You
love
didn't
that.
know that? Oh my God.
Yeah, we might have talked about it.
Like
one
when
time,
the
but
song
I
came
don't-
out, she put a story on Instagram saying that
Oh my
she
God.
said this is not a bop. So and she said that
Okay.
people were like, oh my God, like,
Oh my!
and people
I
say, okay,
love
so
that.
Joe Jonas, he was acted a bit like a piece of shit with Taylor,
Wow.
and then Karma made him marry a Swiftie. No, they even said that they came to see her at Saturday Night Live when she did All Too Well.
Okay.
And she has sent them blankets, I think made blankets for their kids. But the first child they had, I don't think she did for the
That's
second.
so cute.
She said
Okay,
it in
I
a
like
song.
it. They're oh yeah, for the joke then it could be iconic if
And
if
they
play
even
their
I think
music.
it's him
Music.
who posted something when they got vaccinated for COVID, and they said Mr. and Mrs. perfectly vaccinated or something like that.
Okay,
So
that's really a
I
joke,
think
yeah.
now they
like
no
it.
because they dated it were like what like 17,
Yeah.
18. So
Yeah.
and
That's
she
true, yeah.
she even said in a song was it Invisible String, which is about her exes that now I send them presents like for the babies. I send their babies presents,
yeah.
and it's true that she did send them something, so
That's
it's
really
cool.
cute.
Like
yeah, so cool.
that would be great. Or just again, Lucas still like, but 10 years later, it'd be cool. We didn't have
Iconic
that.
as well.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Do you have a favorite Taylor Swift duet or collaboration? Collab.
It's complicated because you have her collabs with Jack Antonoff, also her producer for the music and that, and Aaron Dessner. But it's not when you say like, so you really think duet as she has sang like she has sung with someone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like when she did with Ed Sheeran as well.
Yeah.
there's not like a lot of them, is there?
No, and most of them actually with men,
Yeah.
and like we were all excited with Lana Del Rey, but where we don't really hear Lana.
Oh,
Snow on the beach,
oops.
like
Oops,
because it's not the
okay.
first time that she says that it's featuring someone, but it's only in the back vocals.
Oh.
Like Phoebe Bridgers was the first time that she really had a duet with a woman, and she literally have like she has like a part of she has like not a chorus, but like she has a verse and all that. But I think Exile is one of my favorites. Exile, and I think Everything Has Changed.
Okay. Yeah, Everything Has Changed. Is,
And
oh my god, my
I
fave.
will add The Last Time.
Well, that's great. But is there a collaboration you would love to see with another artist that did not happen yet? Like your dream come true?
I think like a lot of people would love Taylor Swift featuring Selena Gomez.
They're friends.
They're best friends, and
so,
I think
that
that
would
would be
make
so
sense.
cool. But then I
True.
would love Taylor Swift featuring Adele.
Oh my god.
I don't know why
the
this
world
never happened.
wouldn't like survive that.
I think the whole world.
No,
would
that's
just,
not. Oh my god.
I think it's
Wow.
so cool.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Like they do sing together, not just in
Yes.
back vocal or something. I really that could be
Mm.
so nice.
Okay, so next question. Do you have a favorite Taylor Swift live performance, like a video you like to rewatch and rewatch again?
First there's like the live in Paris that she did for when Lover came out. She did like
Okay.
concert in Paris. I can't
Yes,
remember.
that's
what
very
it
like
was.
intimate like thing, right?
Yeah,
There
it
wasn't
was.
a lot of people.
And I think one of my favorite is Cornelia Street. Like this song,
Oh.
I love this song already, but this
Mhm.
version is just amazing. And I would say, and I can't remember. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I can't remember which event it was because there's so many things in the US for music. But it's when she did a mashup between Cardigan, was it? Yes, Cardigan, August, and Willow, right?
Wow, I didn't know.
I hope I listen to that a lot, and I can't remember the song. Like, who am I? I think it's I think it's Cardigan, August, and Willow, and her dress is just the vibe. The whole stage thing, amazing. If you haven't seen that, you have to see it. It's just amazing.
I will.
I think it's the only time she performed live a song from Evermore.
Wow.
I don't know why she doesn't like Evermore. Okay, I love Evermore, and I'm so sad we still don't have like a long porn studio session for Evermore because
True.
yeah, I'm sad about that.
You can't have everything.
Yeah, but she almost never like talk about it. Like I'm sad.
It's
I
her
love
less
her.
favorite child, maybe.
But some people thought it was a middle child because it's the least favorite one.
Yeah, that's definitely the middle child. Well, do you have a favorite Taylor Swift interview?
Ooh.
Mhm.
This is interesting. The thing I can't remember the name. I remember it was an interview, and I don't remember when it was. I think it was maybe before Lover. When she talked about said great things about how it is to be a woman in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
When I remember she said things, like a man has a right to react, but a woman can only overreact.
Oh,
Whatever
yes.
women would do, it's.
Yes,
I can't remember
that
the
one.
interview. If I remember, I'll put like the link.
Mm.
But it's
Okay.
just, and then
Yes, I see. Wasn't it like a red carpet interview? She wasn't.
No, she was sitting
Okay,
down
okay.
somewhere, and I think and I love that one because it was really nice. But then I love some of her her talking about writing songs or her album, her writing process, and you have that also on YouTube. So, and I mean, just watch the documentary, Miss Americana. I think it's really great, and I think it's really important to understand her a bit.
True. I watched it.
And I just want to watch it again now.
Yeah.
I just another one I love. It's really short, but I can't remember which one it is. But I just love this part. When they talked, it was at the red carpet, I think, and they talked about with the guy about cookies, and the guy said that he didn't know if it was the cookie that she made that made him ill, but he said that he was ill after, and she said, "Are you allergic to awesomeness?"
Oh yeah, I love that.
Just those kind of things, you
yeah.
know. It's more like pieces of
Iconic,
interview,
yeah.
like
Iconic moments.
when
and
she said that she was going to star in Cats. She was so happy because she said, oh, they're going to turn us into cats. Like, she was so happy. And said you can't spell cats without TS.
Oh my god. I
Like,
love her. I love her.
it's more like the tiny moments or the the long pond studio session for folklore, because you have it's not really interview, but moment when she talks in it, and that's why I want it forevermore.
Oh,
Why?
yeah, that's true.
I want her to talk about champagne problems.
Okay, great. So, do you have songs that are linked with a specific memory or stage in your life, like big moments that when you listen to the song, you relive that moment, for example?
Maybe a moment, but I have to talk about Shake It Up.
Oh my god, yes. I didn't even think about that.
It all
Okay.
started first because in my dance lessons, my dance teacher decided to do a dance on Shake It Up by Taylor Swift. And then we decided a nice birthday present for our friend Catherine to make a short kind of a music video with mix of different songs.
Yeah.
And we chose Shake It Up.
Very random songs for
No, we took because it's things that
Yeah.
she listened to at the time, you know.
Ah, okay.
And Shake It Up because like, no, it's fun. Shake It Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
And so we decided to make a dance, like a choreography on it. And so because they decided they wanted to dance,
Oh my god.
and so I inspired
That was
myself. I
awful.
took actually the dance that I did with my dance teacher, the one that she taught us. Changed a bit some things because
We're not professionals here.
And so we did it for her 18th birthday, and
Oh my
then
god.
we did a movie for this was a whole movie for her 20th birthday.
Yeah.
That
2
was
years
something
later,
big.
right?
Hmm?
2 years later.
Yeah, and then we decided we have to do Shake It Up
Redo
again.
like the exact same
We did the same, but we added someone. There was someone new in it.
choreography.
So we did it again.
Yeah.
And so then it just stayed. Like, the thing is, now every time I don't listen to Shake It Up that much, actually, I have to say, because I think about that, and I think I listened to it so many times to like learn the choreography, to make them learn the choreography, to do it right, then to like
It's
edit
like
the whole thing. That was like, I can't hear that
It's
anymore.
too much.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And another one, it's I see like Catherine and me in the car going back to Strasbourg when we went to Orbach.
Oh yeah.
And I literally see us listening to Cruel Summer, because there's a line that Catherine said, that moment, it's funny when she said that, and then you know exactly which one it is. It's when you have the bridge, and then she says, he looks up grinning like a devil. This line, I have to scream it every time. And I remember us because she's like, no, because there's a moment. And she's like, no, I know what it is. Like, it's there. And then we stopped and we're like, yeah, that's good. I remember just that. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's a good memory as well. So cute.
And I remember exactly listening to the album Evermore, going to work. Like, I started it because we started at 6.
Yeah.
And not me, I know I started at 7, I think.
Yeah.
And so I started listening to it, but I didn't have time to do the whole thing, so I'd break. I was like, so that I remember.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Which song or album maybe would you listen to in winter, in spring, in summer, and in fall?
First, I listen to Taylor Swift every day of my life.
Yeah, I know.
So I listen to absolutely everything.
Like,
but
what would you recommend people that don't?
Obviously, Fall Reds is a very full album. Like
100%.
Reds, it's like the whole vibe. It's the vibe of the thing.
Yeah.
Then, you can work Red for winter as well, but winter and even fall, like Evermore works well, I think, for both. And her little like EP with Christmas songs. I can't remember like the title of the EP, but she made So it's like there's 5 or 6 songs in it.
And
with,
is there like Christmas tree farm in?
no,
there?
that's what
not,
that was a
okay.
single. That was a new one. So obviously,
okay.
Christmas, you listen to Christmas Tree Farm. Like there's this version and the old timey version. Both are good. But she made an EP with Christmas songs. Like she made like Last Christmas, White Christmas, Santa Baby. But she made original songs as well. That are great. And a lot of people are like, we talk about like Speak Now re-records, but when is she going to re-record that? Like Christmas, I can't remember exactly the title. I'm sorry of the EP, but like it was really good. Like, there was a song called the Christmas Is When You Were Mine, and Christmas Must Be Something More. Like really, but it's really when she was really young. I think it was like around debut or something like that. So that's obviously in winter, Christmas.
And then we have spring.
Spring. I think Fearless. Fearless gives me spring vibes.
Okay, yeah. I get one. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, because maybe it's darker before for winter, I think Reputation can give you this vibe as well.
For spring?
No, for fall and winter.
Fall, yeah.
Yeah. Summer, it's Lover,
And
1989.
Yeah.
Folklore is a great like spring summary album as well, I think. And debut also for me screams a bit more like summer. Yeah, summer. And Speak Now, I don't know. Speak Now, I have to say, I don't know. Maybe more spring, I would say. And Midnight, it's, I think it's more like fall.
Yeah, fall or
winter. Yeah.
When there is like night very early in the day.
Yeah.
Like, it's cozy and stuff. Yeah, okay.
I think all of them, right? Yeah.
I think you did.
Okay.
Perfect. So, could you describe Taylor Swift in 3 words? I don't know what this question is about, but it's here, so.
Oh my god, what am I supposed to do with that? 3 words.
Deal with it. Yeah. Maybe we'll.
Oh no, I have.
Okay.
But this is a joke, but I have the music industry.
Oh my god.
3
Thank
words.
you. I wasn't expecting that, but thank you. Now I know why I wrote this question.
When you
it
break
had to be said.
When you break your own record, like
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's true. Okay. It's clear. Okay, let's do the next question. Is there a specific Taylor Swift outfit you would like to wear? Whether it's in music videos, red carpets, concerts, one. You have to choose one that you could wear.
Because the thing is, she's very tall. Yeah. And I'm short.
Well, we'll
so,
alter it if
okay,
needed.
There's a lot. I love the casual outfit in the vibe for Red, which was shorts, but like a high-waisted short, black short with a white shirt and a hat. Like that was that I really like. But because she has really big legs, like really long legs, it works well.
It suits her,
I love. Oh my god, her for the Reputation tour, her outfits were incredible, and one's like bodysuits with a hood. That one was crazy. I mean, the whole like the rep tour, like the outfits, just crazy. I love the shirt that she had. I think that's in at the American Music Awards when she was Artist of the Decade, when she had like white shirts, like white dress shirt with the name of all her albums.
Oh my god!
I love it's so simple, and some people I was like when I was thinking about it, what outfit should I wear for the like era tour? I thought this could be so cool, but like you have to add like Folklore, Evermore, and Midnight. But I just love it. It's so simple. I think you can do it by yourself. I'm so like bad at doing things for myself. That one I really like. The cardigan, I
Yeah.
wanted to have it, and
That's
because I live in
iconic.
France, and I asked my mother to make one. Maybe she would make one for me.
Ooh,
She made me a
that's
woolly jumper.
cool.
Maybe she
Yeah.
gave me a cardigan.
That's cool. Okay.
I haven't finished.
Okay, let's go on.
Midnight.
It was one specific outfit.
Yeah. Okay.
girl?
No, I liked her dress. Like when to the video, I said no at the Grammys, like cardigan, August and Willow mashup. The dress that she has, I just love it.
Okay.
And the Midnight era, all the things that she has that she has worn like for like red carpets and stuff. The dress with all the jewelry, like you don't even know where it starts, where it ends.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of dresses, but I get it. Okay. Is there any unpopular opinion about Taylor Swift that you want to share?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I don't like the hate that Me is getting. I love that song, Me. I think it's just so catchy.
But why is it getting hate?
Because I think
I don't
first,
even
because it
know.
was the first single and it's the less lyrical, complicated song. It's very just a song for fun. It's very, and I think people are a bit like annoyed because she didn't make like a music video for Cruel Summer, and both think that she should have put Cruel Summer as the first single. But I think it was great to, from Reputation and Look What You Made Me Do, where she said like, I'm dead. Like the old Taylor is dead, to the new Taylor who's happy, you know, because the music video starts with the snake that just comes and becomes butterflies. And I love this song. I mean, when you see her documentary, you see how happy she was when she made that song. And I think because Taylor Swift is a songwriter, lyrical genius, we think that every song she made, she has to have a lot of metaphors, like crumpled up piece of paper, stuff like that.
Always expectation.
When sometimes you just want to have songs that are fun. And Me, I think it's fun. And people hate it when she said, you know, hey kids, spelling is fun. But I thought it was funny. I don't know, I love this song, and I even prefer it to Shake It Off because, you know, I think I've listened to it way too much. Like I can't.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, but it's similar.
I think
the vibe is
because there are lots of artists that have songs. Like I love Rihanna, but like her song Work. She says work half the song, and it's a great song. But
we love Rihanna.
Yes, we love Rihanna. It's a great song, but it was not meant to be. You know, like Love the Way You Lie, or I don't know, like, you know, Love on the Brain, or some other stuff. It was another song. So why can't Taylor can have a really fun, catchy song?
Yeah.
So I think that's my most strong. And about Lover, like people just say, I don't know why people just don't like the album as much as the other, because I think it's a really strong one. Don't know why people don't like
love
it.
Lover.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
I'm trying to, like, this was really the one that I had, but I don't know, maybe, well, it's not, maybe, I don't think it's unpopular now, but we all know that, usually the track 5 on her albums are usually the most personal one, or the saddest one, and I think now, with the one she had, I think All Too Well is not her saddest song. A lot of people put Elsewhere in number 1 on track 5.
What would be number 1?
I think I think it's personal, and I think it's how you react to it. I think Elsewhere now, the track 5, well, has lost a lot of power because of Elsewhere to deliver. Like, you know, it's a different one. And so, yeah, I think, I think You're on Your Own Kids is much.
I didn't read the lyrics, but
I think
must be really
You on Your Own Key would be my number 1, and The Archer would be my number 2. So All Too Well, I don't know what it would be because it's complicated. Because the 10-minute version is so 10-minute version is above a lot of songs because it's 10 minutes. But yeah,
okay.
So I don't know if it's unpopular actually, because people say now that it's her best bridge of all time. So. Oh, we haven't talked really about bridges.
Oh,
No,
I don't really know the composition of songs or
Well, usually,
like bridges.
for what
and
I
stuff.
know, so you have like verses,
Mm-hmm.
well, chorus. You know what chorus it is,
Mhm.
and usually in most of the songs you have two verses, like a verse, a chorus, a verse, a chorus, and then you have what they call a bridge, which is something different. Like the music, it's because the verses are structured the same way, the chorus is the same. But the bridge is another thing that is different that will lead to sometimes the last chorus in the end. Song.
Do you have a favorite bridge?
Well, it's difficult because it used to be all too well, but now the Tamil version is not even a bridge, or it's a bridge that it lasts 5 minutes. Oh, so it's complicated.
It's a
but
long bridge.
You on Your Own Kid is definitely one of my favorite bridges.
Okay.
I like Shudev. And Would Have Could Have Should Have is one of the most heartbreaking and hardest one I think she has ever written. So it's on the last album actually. But Enchanted is also part of my favorite bridges. She has so many of them that are just so good. Like just I need to study like song by song. But like there's a lot I love. Cruel Summer, Death by a Thousand Cuts. It became like the Swiftie Pledge. It's a podcast called 13 the Taylor Swift Fan Podcast. They're just amazing, and they said that the bridge from Death by a Thousand Cuts is actually the Swiftie Pledge. Wow. Like when you sit, you have to say it.
Okay.
And it's a great podcast if you want to listen to that. Like,
okay, we'll link it.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, there's so many bridges. I can't just. Dear Reader has a great. Well, just in Midnight, there's too many, so we can't just talk about everyone.
Okay, so now I'm gonna test your knowledge.
Oh I'm so nervous.
I'm going to start with playing 5 songs, and you have to tell me as quick as you can what song it is. Then we'll do 5 songs when I will read the lyrics from the beginning or the middle of the song, whatever.
Okay.
I read them, and you have to tell me which song it is. I read them in English, and then I will do 5 songs when I read them in French. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's start. Don't be scared. We're not gonna judge you.
It is so crazy.
Wow, yes. 1 point.
I'm playing my...
You're stressed, no?
Je joue ma vie là.
This is so fun. I love
that. Paper Rings.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue. So 2 points.
God, really, it's awful because I know them, but Dress.
Yeah. 3 points. Okay, let's do a little harder. Okay.
I'm not feeling right now. Stay Beautiful.
Yeah. So 4 points. That's good.
I'm not feeling good. I'm so nervous. Last Kiss.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're amazing. 5 right out of 5. Okay.
This is an also great bridge. Last Kiss. Nation Bridge.
So now I'm gonna read 5, the lyrics.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
Did you know which ones you were to choose or just...
No, I'm just choosing
okay.
at random right now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go. You forget to be polite, and if I didn't know better, I'd think you were listening to me now.
Marjorie.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But do you know the song that you are going to like read the lyrics, or you don't know that?
No, I'm choosing right now.
Okay, no, but I mean, do you yourself know how the song is supposed
to... No. No, I'm not like you. I don't have that knowledge.
Okay.
They say you bought a bunch of land somewhere, chose the Rose Garden over Madison Square, and it took some time, but I understand it now. Because now my name is up in lights, but I think you got
The
it
lucky
right.
one.
Yeah. Good.
It's also when you know the lyrics and you try to find the melody that goes with it because you're like, I know that, but from where? Oh my god.
Maybe a difficult one.
Okay.
That's when I woke up in the morning. That's when.
That's when.
Oh yeah. I didn't choose the right verses.
Literally, I was thinking because that's when I waited. I said maybe that's when. I
Okay,
love this song.
Yeah, it wasn't intelligent of me. That's okay. 3 points.
I'm not gonna sing this best for ears.
So dim that spotlight, tell me things like I can't take my eyes off of you. I'm no one special, just another white-eyed girl.
Superstar?
Yeah. Good. Very good. 4 points. 1 left. You would break your back to make me break a smile. You know how much I hate that everybody just expects me to bounce back. Just like that.
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Labyrinth.
You remember that?
Well,
From Midnight.
I think
Wow.
I think
that's a
Midnight
recent
is
one.
my most listened album of the year.
Oh
so-
my god! In 2 months, like
And if
no,
you-
not even 2 months, one and a
And
half.
if you consider that I also listen to it like the CD version because you have hits different only that you don't have
Okay.
anywhere. I listen to it.
Okay. So perfect. You had 5 for the blind test.
Yay!
5 for the English lyrics. Let's do the French lyrics. That's gonna be funny.
Because
I need to translate it on the go,
This is going to be
on the
fun.
spot.
Oh my god.
Can I do that?
We used to do that at breaks when we were
Yeah.
working. We literally did that. So
Yeah, that was so fun.
and sometimes he was like, "You're crazy." Like,
Okay, so
oh my god.
guys, you're gonna laugh a bit.
Okay.
« 20 questions, on dit la vérité. Tu étais stressé ces derniers temps? Oui, moi aussi. Quelqu'un t'a énervé?
It's nice to have a friend.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Oh my god. Je me sens comme si je ne te connaissais pas. Tu me dis que tu m'aimes et après tu me lâches. Et j'ai besoin de toi comme un battement de cœur. Et tu...
Oh.
Attends, je fais un...
Tell me why?
Yeah. Wow.
Je me suis
Okay.
fait toute la chanson en tête.
Wonderful. So that's 2, right?
Mm.
Mais si c'est tout pareil pour toi, c'est tout pareil pour moi. On peut dire qu'on est égalité.
Tis them season?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm impressed by myself right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
I love this game. We should do that more. More often. I love that.
So, first song. Tu peux me dire quand c'est fini. Si les hauts en valaient la peine. J'ai une longue liste d'ex-amants. et ils vont te dire que je suis cinglé.
Nice face.
Yeah.
It's funny because when you say that, it sounds so like a vibe, like folklore, evermore, like everything, because you just say it like it's just like a poem.
Yeah, it's a poem.
Last one then.
Last one. And
Okay.
then it's maybe 15 out of 15.
Oh my god, so much pressure.
Je pense que tout ce que l'amour fait, c'est casser et brûler et finir. Mais un mercredi
Begin again.
dans un café. Okay, so you did it. Perfect.
Yay!
I can tell you're a Swiftie. 100%. I wouldn't be able to do that with any artist I listen to.
Well, I won't be able to like read you anything in Korean, so that was,
Perfect.
so you know.
Okay. So that's great.
Yeah.
We did so great. Perfect. Now I'm gonna test your knowledge as well.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna ask you some questions about some albums, like.
Oh no. Okay, this is the moment where
Okay.
I'm going to lose. Oh my god, don't ask me. Oh my god, I don't know anything. Oh shit.
For the Speak Now album, what is the sixth song of the album called?
What? Five is Dear John, that I know. What?
Yeah, 5 is Dear
Six?
John.
I want to say Last Kiss, but I think,
No.
no, it can't be Last Kiss because it's a like sad song. Oh my god.
Do you want like a clue or something?
How many words in the in the title?
One word.
Like in how many letters?
4.
Mean?
Yeah. Okay, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, that was
You're
difficult.
doing good.
Like I know the song number 5, number 1, number 8 usually. I think.
What is the last song of the 1989 album, which is the 13th?
So it's not the deluxe song.
It's not the deluxe.
Okay, so Clean.
Yeah. Great.
Because on the deluxe album, I can't remember which one it is. I know the 3 that are becoming older. So yeah.
Song number 9 of Midnight's 3 a.m. edition.
9. Bejeweled.
Yeah. It's crazy. So it's 3 questions, right?
Yeah.
So 2 left.
You know, that's when I'm like, why are you always listening in shuffle? Because you would know that, right?
Song number 11 of Lover.
There's so many songs in Lover as well.
Yeah, 18 in total.
It's nice to have a friend. It's 12, no? Right?
Nope.
It's not even 12.
No.
11. Oh,
It's nice to have a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 17.
Ah, it's really late.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I never listened to.
Do you want us to go through 1, 2, 3, and
1 is I Forget You Existed.
Yeah,
2
two.
is Cruel Summer.
yeah,
3
Lover.
is It's Lover. Yeah. 5 is The Archer. 4 is The Man.
Yeah, 6.
6.
I think he knows.
Oh yes.
7.
God.
7, Miss Americana and the
Oh,
Heartbreak
yes.
Prince.
Yes, but yeah, because I always make a joke because of the Harry Potter Blood Prince. It's the 6.
Really true.
8. No, can you?
I did it
At,
before the number 8 on the blind test.
Paper
Yeah,
Rings.
Paper Ring.
9 is Cornelius Street.
Yeah. 10,
10 is Death.
Yeah.
Death by a Thousand Cuts.
11.
11 it's wait.
There is the name of a city in it.
Right now I'm so like it's just because I try to. Oh my god, why can't I have like 12 is at well wait I'm gonna go with you. The last one is daylight that I know.
Yeah. So that's number 18.
So 17 is nice to have a friend, you said?
Yeah. 16 is me.
Oh yes, me was really
15 is Afterglow.
Oh yeah.
14, you need to calm down.
Oh, I thought it was
13, false god.
Oh my god.
12, soon you'll get better. So
Why?
it leaves us with the 11.
Why my brain just like
There is
went
the name
blank.
of the city in the title.
Why?
That's so fun.
I feel so bad because I listen to this
No,
album
it's
all
okay.
the time.
Do you want me to tell you?
I am mad at me right now because
It's
there's just
okay.
one song
Yeah,
left.
when
and-
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna be, what? I knew it.
Ah, London Boy. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Why did I forget that?
Yes, London
It's my
Boy.
it's in my covered playlist.
Oh. Okay. Was it the third one? I don't know.
The fourth maybe.
Maybe. Oh, we'll do one last.
That was I'm so sorry for people who love
Don't
London
be.
Boy because London Boy is like it's a covered anthem, you know, with Enchanted. But yes, I have a covered playlist.
Song number 4 of Taylor Swift Deluxe Edition.
Oh I never listened to this album.
Oh, so
Like-
let's do another.
No, I listened to it, but not like 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is Cold as You. The first one is Tim McGraw, right?
Yeah,
Second is Picture the Burn.
yeah,
3 is Still Drops on My Guitar.
yeah.
So what's the fourth? How many
There.
words in the title?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not that one I thought.
And the first word is more a letter.
A perfectly good heart?
No.
No. Okay, that was 4.
You tried.
It's not tied together with a smile because it's too long. It's not should have said no. Oh my god. A place in this world.
Yeah.
It's number 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
That was
you did
very
good.
bad.
Yeah, but you did good. You did really good. Perfect.
Perfect.
No, it's almost perfect.
I apologize
literally.
for London
No,
Boy.
don't.
I have to apologize because I don't
Okay.
listen to that song that much actually, but London Boy. I like the chorus actually. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot London Boy.
Okay, so my last question is more for me because you told us that there was a ton of Easter eggs in the last music video that
Mhm.
went, which is Bejeweled. Do you want to talk about it real quick?
To be
To
honest,
tell us what to expect for the next re-recording of
you know what? I've seen some of the Easter eggs and I was really happy when I've seen it.
Yeah.
But then I like to read or listen to everyone stories or the theories and stuff. So what can I say? I mean, there were a lot of even what they say, and you have in the background. I think you had Enchanted and Long Live. I think it was Long Live as songs. Then you had to think about the castle and it was I think what she did for her tour. And at the end you have dragons, and she says, I'll be fighting dragons with you. And then
Yeah,
and then she
that's
says,
a
speak
lot.
not, and so speak not, speak now,
Oh wow.
And I think he even said that people said that he's going to the older recordings because they speak not, they say snake, which would be reputation, they say clean, like in 1989,
Okay.
swiftly, so Taylor Swift. But there was also a lot of things about in the elevator. I think she goes to number 3, and 3 is the third album, and lots of stuff like that. I can't remember everything because I literally don't remember everything, but there was a lot of little things like that, and that
makes sense.
led
It
to
actually
speak
does
now.
make a lot of sense.
And I mean, it would make sense because well, you know, people like to say which of her exes were like
Okay.
not have a really good time with the recordings, and you know, we had Jake Gyllenhaal with Red, and Speak Now is John Mayer, but John Mayer already, I mean, I don't think he's really having a good time with Could Have Should Have, which was a nice smart move actually to. No, because the whole story is that when she was with him, she was 19 and he was 32. And right now she's 32 until the 13th of December, so when this will come out. So people said that she was not able to, like, get out, Speak Now, when she would be 32. So her having Would Have, Could Have, Should Have, when she was 32 was it's very strong song.
Yes.
So yeah, he's going to have a lot of hate. He already has a lot, but I think that would be even
not
worse.
ready for what.
But I won't say he deserves it. Sorry, but he does. So I am quite excited for. I'm excited for all the re-records. I'm excited for the both songs actually.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I don't know what else we talk about.
Cannot wait for this. We'll see.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it again in another episode of podcast for sure. To finish all of this, would you like to tell us about the background? What
Yes,
you
I
have
can.
there?
So
What do you have there? Do you want me to zoom maybe?
I think it's
Or
okay.
it's
Maybe
fine?
I can
Okay.
take so here, so those two and those two, those are the Midnight album, the full edition. I can't remember which one it's.
It's
That-
the back of them, right?
It's the back of them. It makes a clock, so
Yeah.
it's just like you have the clock here, have the clock there. I have actually the Laventon version that I have ordered it. It will come like in a couple of days, but I can't remember. That is the Moonstone, so the like original, like the first one, and I can't remember which. I think that's the Jade one. That's the Mahogany. That's the Blue Moon, or that is the opposite. I can't remember. So it's the back of the vinyl. This is Red. This is Red Taylor's version with her ring that I have here. Actually, the red ring there. Then here, I think people can see, and here that's that was with the when you bought like the vinyl of Midnight, you could have, if you buy like the signed version, you have like a signed picture in that came with the Blue Moon and the Moonstone. Yeah. At first I didn't want to buy like 4 of them.
Yeah, but
I just
you
had
went
one,
crazy.
and then I thought, a second one, maybe I can buy the others. And then the French website, which I never really buy things of them because it's more expensive than other websites, but they had like signed versions, and I'm like, well, I'm missing 2, so and then I'm gonna have another one. But the vinyl are beautiful, like the object is just so
it's a
beautiful.
good thing to have.
Then here, that's the Reputation magazine. Like it was when the album came out, like the Reputation. You had maybe 2 or 3 versions of those magazines, and so you have in it, you have like pictures and handwritten like lyrics and stuff. And then, well, here are all the albums. Well, no one, just because you can't see them. I don't have all the albums because the first I had was Red, the stolen version, which is not here. So if you go by order, you have like the deluxe version of 1989, Reputation. So that was in the magazine. The deluxe album version of Lovers. So that's the journal. So actually, it's literally a journal. Like you have like a piece of journal from her, like 19 years. Like you have like July 11, 2009, and it's her handwriting. And then at the end, you can write things, but I haven't written anything yet. And then, well, so you have that's Folklore. When Folklore came out, she had 8 different versions of the cover, and so you could choose one. And I think this one is called The Stolen Lullabies. I think, but I like the cover. Because the original one, it's her with trees, like in the trees, and so I have this one. The CD are not in there, I think, because they are at home. Yeah. Then you have, well, Evermore, which Evermore was one of my favorite like bonus tracks ever. Like Right Where You Left Me is one of her best bonus tracks. Then Fearless, like Taylor's version, and Red, which I want to have all her vinyls, but I started with Red because in it you have the all 2 10-minute version, the lyrics are shared within it. And Midnight, and this is the Lavender edition because this is the edition with Hits Different and the remix of You On Your Own Kid and Sweet Nothing. And we're still waiting for Taylor to release Hits Different because except with the CD you can't listen to it anywhere, and it's literally one of the best songs on this album. But anyway.
And your sweater.
Yeah, my jumper. I'm British, I said jumper. Yeah, it's from an Etsy shop called TaylorandLucas, and they made a lot of designs around Taylor Swift or other artists, but mostly it's Taylor Swift. And so it is icy and blue, and it's a lyric from Christmas Tree Farm. And I like it because I want something a bit Christmassy, but not too Christmassy, so I can wear it in winter. So
and the cup.
my cup, well, yeah.
Show it really well to the camera.
Yeah, so I made that actually, but that's
Do you want me to zoom or something?
I think people can see. But so it's word Swifty. That was actually a joke. I think first time I heard this joke was on the podcast I told you about, and they say when they went to talk about something like like to say spill the tea, they said Swifty like tea. So I made Taylor's version, and on the other side, sorry, you have some lipstick here. I'm sorry, but it says sipping coffee like you're on a late night show. So that's what's right in the version. And yes,
Love
red
it.
lipstick because I have to. It's Taylor Swift. Like she always wear red lipstick, and so
That is all, I think.
yeah, I think that's it.
Thank you for this episode. It was really, really fun.
Well, thank you
It was
for
really
your
fun.
questions. Yeah.
We'll see you on. Oh yeah, we have something that we need to do.
Oh yes, my nose.
I'll let you do.
Oh yes, because if you knew, I like to have a different intro and outro for each episode related to the episode. And so my last episode was actually more than a month ago, and it was on Hugh Bonover's book Playing Under the Piano. And so I like to give like the extract, like what it is, if you want to find them again, or I don't know. So I'm gonna give that to you now. And actually it's very funny because my like color theme right now, blue and red, was actually the color theme of his book. So it's gonna be my new favorite color theme, okay? Blue and red. But so for the intro, it was the interview with the cast for Downton Avenue era when they were like Vanity Fair. It was How Well Do You Know Your Co-Star or something like that. Then it was an extra from Freezing, the show that he made with Elizabeth, that you can find on YouTube. Then it was an extra from a video that he posted on Instagram when he was Hector Blake, so his character from I Can Buy. Then it was an extra from The Monuments Men. Then from Paddington. Then from an interview at the Oxford Union, or for the Oxford Union, I can't really remember. Then it was from Downton Abbey. I think it was the first episode or the second one. I think it's the first. Then it's Paddington 2. Then for the outro, it's Downton Abbey again, but that's from, I think it's from the last episode actually, if I remember correctly. Then it's Notting Hill. Then it's from the John Bishop show, where he made a little sketch with Courtney Cox and John Bishop about like, it was the one where Monica randomly finds herself in Downton Abbey. Very funny. And then it's from 2012. Then it's from the Graham Norton show when he was with Bill Murray and Matt Damon. And in the end, it's Taylor Swift, The End, from The Story of Us. So yeah.
Perfect. Now they have the info.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have something to add or?
Just to say, if you like things me talking about Taylor Swift, I can if you want.
We know.
Do you like? But more, it would be more like if I had time with bonus episodes, because since I only do an episode a month, if I speak about Taylor Swift for like 6 months in a row, maybe probably not like that. But if you want like specific things, like I don't know, me to rank my track favorite, like rank the track 5s or the track 9s or the track first or the album, I don't know, like all my favorite bridges. I want funny things to do with Taylor. Like my inspiration comes actually from the same podcast I keep talking about. Yeah, I can do that. Or we can play games just with Sofiane for an hour if you want to as well.
That was fun. That was my favorite part. The games. So cool.
Okay, so well, that's it.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, for watching, and
Yeah.
I mean it's 2 hours long almost, so you know.
Ooh la la.
So thank you, and so I wish you all a Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas,
Yeah.
and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy birthday, Taylor Swift. We love you.
True.
We're happy you're alive. And so I will see you next year for another episode.
Bye.
Bye.
I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative.
Are you allergic to awesomeness?
I come back stronger than a 90s trend.
I'm not asleep. My mind is alive.
Die dead.
The end.